This chapter has to be at least an emotional one, because it's also an emotional episode. This is Southern Eyes Game Related of Naruto, chapter 691. Congratulations. And it should be congratulations. They succeeded in defeating Kaguya and the rabbit goddess, and successfully getting back to the other side. Alright, to the regular world, with help from the Hermit of Six Paths, and also help from the souls of the previous 5 Kage. Apparently, had to resurrect the dead. It could do that. Well, and the fact that Kakashi and Sakura are seen it for the first time, they are not much changing. In fact, Sakura herself, with Sokobo, she says nothing surprises me anymore, because you're floating in midair. Sakura has seen a lot of crap, and I've seen a lot of stuff in this war. There's no surprise. I mean, after all, she went through a lot of stuff. Remember, she awakened the mark, Tsunade's 100 healing mark, and her strength increased even more. Even though she was mostly sidelined for a lot after she awakened the mark, she did change a little. And Kakashi himself. This is a very emotional chapter, because they defeated all their big bad enemies, and they won. But at very heavy cost, so many lives and so many losses, and so many things went wrong. And for example, Kakashi, knowing that his best friend Obito was the enemy, who he thought he was dead, knowing even though he died and got his friend back, knowing that he was still alive, he wished that things would be different. I mean, even though his friend died, he gave him his power one last time. Seeing him trying to say goodbye one time is going to be very, very hard for Kakashi. But he's willing to accept it. He's willing to swallow it. I mean, he lost Obito once before. This time he's probably willing to let himself go. I mean, especially despite their situation. And I keep seeing that they keep trying to revert themselves to back when they were kids. I don't know if that's Kishimoto's concept, but remember, they knew each other back when they were kids, back in the good days, before things went south and went to hell. And things went before the darkness came during the Third Great Ninja War, when they became separated, and before Rin died, and everything went dangerously wrong. They tried their best. I mean, they were comrades, and they all fell apart. Alright, but Obito is going. Well, it's like Obito's trying to find peace again. I mean, we thought we saw this before. He was trying to find peace, but his soul just wouldn't give up just yet. He had to help Kakashi one last time to defeat Kaguya, and it did, and it worked. They succeeded. They defeated Kaguya, and they won. And Homura said that they wouldn't do it without his leadership in guiding those 2 boys. So basically, Kakashi was part of the key, because he was Naruto and Sasuke's mentor. Also, Madara himself dying, and Hashirama standing over him, trying to remind him of the good old days. And Homura telling him, these are your last predecessors. The last people who were you before your generation was born. So the last transmigrations, and before Hashira Komura became them, and they're talking like the good old days. They went back when they were kids. Madara saying, it's impossible to make your dreams come true unless you have help from the next generation who will help you fulfill it. And saying everything it was. But Hashirama saying, if it wasn't for the next generation, we wouldn't they wouldn't fulfill our dreams. And that's true. So no one remembers you, Ninja, when you're dead. And I mean, this was during the War of States era. There was hell, fire, children were dying all the time. And from Hashirama and Toriyama's little brother, Madara, 3 out of 5 of Madara's brothers are dead. Well, technically 4 out of 6. I think it was 6. I can't remember too much. And not to mention how obviously badly it was. Children were used to fight all the time and died because of their clan lineage. And that's how Madara, Hana, and Hashirama first became friends, because they were from different rival clans, but they couldn't reveal their names, because when their name they would find out their enemies, and they had such a kinship, because they understand great loss and understand that this war will be hell. I mean, they built the Hidden Leaf village, but it was also, they had a falling out because the village chose Hashirama instead of Madara, and Hashirama wanted Madara to be Hokage. But I'm off topic with this situation. As Madara lay dying, spitting out his last words, I just listened and listened. Even though they did have falling out, I think Hashirama still considered Madara part of his past and his friendship. And even though Madara probably wished deep in his heart that things have gone his way, there's still a part of him that wished he'd gone the other way, saying he wished he took the right choice instead of the wrong one. And he died right there on the battlefield. And the situation. I also saw that his Rinnegan was gone. I guess as he lay dying, the power just faded away. Kind of groggy. Kind of very, very groggy. That's my word, groggy, and I'm using it. Not to mention the fact that Minato and Naruto in their reunion, Minato, one of the first things that Minato said is, I have something to say to you. Happy birthday. Like, literally. Like a father saying that, a father saying happy birthday to his son now that he's just turned 17. It's a touching moment, but with this day, people went through so much. He still remembers that it is his son's birthday. Minato is a good father, but the truth is he never had a chance to really live to become a father, because he died right after Naruto was born. I think he would have raised Naruto the right way to become a real man and a shinobi. Probably would have even taught him the flying and jutsu technique, the teleportation ninjutsu, but the flash step, but nothing, because after the Nine Tails attack that Obito as Toby/Maskman caused, went down to hell. And Naruto, he gives this warm speech to tell Minato. He said, after he said, "I'm gonna go see your mother," they all followed by saying, he tell her that I go look. Let's run that. It's just some dumb text message saying that I eat a lot, and I'm not a picky eater. I take lots of baths, hot springs all the time. I have lots of friends, and they're all great guys, despite Sasuke being there and all the crap they went through. I know about the three prohibitions from Pervy State, aka Jiraiya. I mean, that's the first time we've seen Jiraiya mentioned in a while. Low computer battery, it's annoying, but it drives you nuts. You get my point. Right? The battery itself is very, very groggy, like right now. The situation. He's trying to repeat the speech that his mother gave him when he was born. Like remember, like his mother said, please don't become a picky eater. Yeah, please save your money for your missions. Remember the 3 prohibitions and pick a girl. Not just a regular girl, just a very nice one that cares for you. Pick maybe one like your mother. Like Sakura's a lot like Kushina in many ways. People are hoping for Narusaku or Naruhina, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, give credit where credit is due. So, I gotta give this a lot of credit, because it just ended. It was like Naruto's telling his father, "I'm going to be all right. I'm all grown up now." Saying that, hey, even though you weren't there for me a lot, I know that you really do love me, and you really do care about me, and thank you for being my dad. And tell Mom that I'm gonna be all right. And I respect the third Hokage, Kakashi Sensei, and because they took care of me the most. I mean, it was the third Hokage who didn't tell Naruto about being the Nine Tails because he wanted to protect him, and it was the third Hokage he wanted to be like I'm gonna replace this old man, even though he didn't want to replace the third Hokage. He still respected him a little for what he was. I mean, he did try to keep him safe. He even told Naruto what his parents were, because if they found out what he was, that he'd be incredible danger. I mean, those only very few people know. Probably the Ambu Black Ops, like for example. Well, they knew because they knew how dangerous Naruto could be if he loses control. But and fine, that's like Naruto's in his speech. It's like saying that I will be fine. Thank you for being my dad. I already said that. Tell him I'll be okay, and you don't have to worry about me anymore. It's like he's trying to step up to become a man. I mean, he is 17 now. He could probably handle himself, and is also worried about the coming up Naruto movie. Think that it's going to be like the end of the entire story. Like this story is literally the end coming up, and we got worried about a few details, but I won't mention it right now. So. And I've already seen the trailer, and it looks good, but it does look like he's older, maybe 18 or so, and everybody else too, like Shikamaru and Sakura, you know, they all look older, but and it ends with Minato fading away. Like this is like his last goodbye. Like he is Naruto's father. He gave everything, including his own life, to protect his son. So if that's not being a good father, then I don't know what. Hope you enjoyed this one. And the latest review of Naruto chapter 691. Hope you enjoyed this one. Comment, subscribe. Signing off.